and I did some sourcing today. I actually went over to TJ Maxx because they're supposed to have the yellow tag sale in January and in June. It's June, but because of COVID, I don't think they're quite on their yellow tag game. So if you don't know, TJ Maxx, they do red tags for clearance, and then final clearance is the yellow tag markdown. So at least the last I heard. So if they've changed it and you're aware of a change, let me know. But as far as the most updated news and how they mark down their stuff, that's yellow tags is kind of like the bee's knees, right? So I went over to TJ Maxx and it was all just red tags. So I ended up leaving TJ Maxx with nothing, and that's like the first time in forever that that's happened. So luckily there was a Goodwill close by, and I always can find something at Goodwill, even if I go in multiple times a week, 'cause they bring out stock every day. So one of my favorite things to do is to pull out everything and check out the haul. So I know these haul videos do well on YouTube, so I figured I would just hit record while I'm going through my stuff in my living room. Today it seemed like I was doing a lot of sourcing for winter, which makes sense because in the fashion industry they're usually shooting winter stuff in the summer. So when you're shopping for stuff, you're trying to predict trends and see what's going on and buying for the upcoming season. So although it's 100 in Vegas, I was carrying around leather and sweaters and jackets. So, which brings me to my first point. I do really well with things that have seemingly higher perceived value. So boots, leather, wool, sweaters, things that are heavy, purses, shoes. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I actually sell more tops than anything, and especially during COVID when people are doing Zoom calls and conferences, they only have to get dressed from basically the waist up. And so we're selling a lot of tops. That'll happen anyways, but they're not the highest profit margin. All right, so let's take a peek. This is Dkny Jeans. This is a little green kind of belted jacket. So that, for some reason, army green jackets do really well on my Poshmark. So I always kind of pick those up if they're in good shape. So I grabbed that. I found this Free People. I love Free People. It does well for me. It took a while to take off because for a while I was getting it and it wasn't selling, but I figured out that if I don't buy items that look plain, like this, for example, is a hooded ombre sweater vest. It's long. It's kind of like a duster with big chunky wooden buttons, and it's kind of got the cable knit chunky with pockets design to it, and there's a hoodie on here. So, and it's purple. So that'll be good for fall because it's more of a layered situation, so I don't have to wait till winter for that. Color of the week was green, so I was definitely looking for green tags. Color of the week by me is 50% off on Wednesday. So, and I don't have to bring a senior with me to get that discount. Some of you guys that watch the channel know that I bring my dad with me on Wednesdays because it's double discount day. So if you're military or you get a senior discount, it's double. So seniors buy at my Goodwill usually at 20% off. If I bring him on a Wednesday and he checks out for me, it's 40% off everything except red tags. Red and something else. I can't remember what the other one is. I think it's just red. But anyways, green tags were half off. So this is leather. Anything that is genuine, like natural, like man-made instead of synthetic or acrylic, usually does well. So if you find cashmere or silk or leather or wool, I would suggest picking it up if the price is right. This has little brown bows on the pockets. It's in really good shape, and it is leather. And this is real fur, actually. I'm feeling the fur, and that is definitely real. Cool, crazy. And I think, does it detach? It may actually detach. I have to look at it. Yeah, it buttons in. That's really cool. You can take out the fur. I didn't even know that. I'm glad I grabbed it. That's super cool. This is so weird. I had to get it. Do you ever see like super weird stuff, but sometimes weird sells? This reminded me of a cross between like Stevie Nicks, the Renaissance Fair, just a cool vintage piece, or like even something for Halloween coming up in October. And it's a little bit Free People looking, but it's just a black velvet spaghetti strap dress. And it's, oh, I just learned what this was called. I forget what they call this stretchy stuff. I just learned smocking. It's called smocking. So it's got smocking. So it's just like that stretchy kind of tube top like material around the top. And then it zips down the back and you step into it. And this tag is super vintage. I was trying to look up cilantro of New York, and couldn't figure it out. I have to do some research into that. It definitely is a fabric tag, so it looks like it's maybe 80s or 90s vintage. And it's made in the USA, so they don't make a lot of stuff in the USA anymore, so you know that's vintage. So let me zip that sucker back up. Whoop. And it is just kind of long and flowy. It was just weird. I had to pick it up. Somebody will love it. And it's black, so you can kind of dress it up like, you know, with a kimono or whatever you want to do to it. I love picking up this brand when I find it. My sister and my mom and some of my family out in Denver are really into horseback riding and stuff, and this is a horseback riding brand. Oh, sorry, my computer keeps going. This is a horseback riding brand. Ariat is the brand, and this is just kind of like a riding jacket. So that's nice. That will resell. It's in really good shape. It's basically like new. It doesn't look like it's been like worn to the barn a lot. It is pretty spanking new. And then, oops, sorry, the arrow. And then this was another green tag, so this was half off, and the brand is Love Tree. It's a size large, and it is just another kind of tighter waisted green utility jacket. It's super cute. You can roll up the sleeves kind of cargo style or wear them down. And like I said, those army green utility cargo jackets usually sell pretty well for me. It's a color that I think goes with a lot of skin tones, so it works. I pick this brand up if I think they're cute. This is an extra small, but it's a pretty big extra small. This was also green tag sale. The brand is Fifth Sun, and it's not anything crazy high end, but they do make cute graphic tees, and cute graphic tees always seem to sell pretty well on Poshmark. That's a green, like a sage green color as well. It's a high-low style. Okay, this is some fun stuff. Anything fashion related I pick up just because the Poshmark crew seems to love it. It says, fashion changes but style endures, Coco Chanel. So it's a little Chanel plaque and a quote. There we go. So I picked that up. It's a little paperweight. This is way fun. So this is vintage, made in Argentina. It says it's a small, but I would challenge that. This was yellow tag. Hold on, I'll be able to tell you if it's small real quick if I do this. Hold on. Yeah, it's a big small. I'm a large, so I'm like an 8'10". This is super vintage. It's a brown bomber jacket, and it's got kind of like a, it's not snake skin, but kind of looks like a fake snake skin up there, and it is real leather. And yeah, I could totally button this up and everything. So this is like more like a 10. It could probably even fit like a, maybe a 12, even a 14. It's more like a large, extra large, which is really weird because for vintage usually runs small. Let me look at something. Is this a guy's? I don't think it was. Maybe it was. But it is genuine leather. What's the rule with zippers? You can usually tell. This one has the zipper. It's a YKK zipper too, so that's good. That's quality. The zipper pull is on the right side. I can't remember if that means it's guys or girls. I'll have to Google. I thought it was girls, but maybe it was guys. That would explain. It even seems big for a guy small though. But I'm a sucker for anything 80s, 90s vintage that's leather. So I found a members only jacket not that long ago, and that was way fun. This one is super soft. It's a Guess jacket. It's a size small. I don't care if it's vintage or not vintage, and it was red tag sale, so typically red tag is the most expensive thing you're going to find. They usually do that at Goodwill to their name brands or designer brands. This is Guess, and it's a long leather jacket, but it's super soft and like buttery leather. So this is a size small, probably true to size for sure. I'm not going to attempt that because I don't think that'll fit me. Stupid thing. Sorry, guys. I'll fix that for next time. This was a brand called Yvonne and Marie, and I believe it's vintage. I looked it up when I was running comps in the store, and it came up vintage. Oh yeah, it's got shoulder pads. It's definitely vintage. But it is leather and lace. It's super cute. This too is red tag. They tagged it red, but it's got, I don't know if you can see the lace inlay in there, but this too is really soft. It feels more like a suede leather as opposed to like that buttery, shiny leather. So this is an 8. Let's see. It's a little tight on me. It's definitely an 8. Yeah, it's an 8. It could fit a 10 as well. I'm more of like 8, 10. If an 8.5 was the thing, that would be me. Yep, so 8 or 10, that would fit for sure. This was interesting. I don't even know how to say this. Richard Elias, E-L-I-A-S. This says it's a size 12, and the material, this is actually, this inlay is silk. And then, what is it, wool on the outside? What did it say? I forget. Yeah, 100% wool on the outside. The trim is 100% silk. And then the lining is, I think you say acetate. I don't know how to say that. I see that come up a lot. But I just thought this looked pretty cool. It's vintage as well. And then it has like, I'm going to steam out the wrinkled silk. You got to be careful when you steam that. But the little fastener is like a little bit Asian inspired. Super cute. So it's just one of those like little loop fabric fasteners. Okay. So I was really excited about all those jackets. I have one more bag. Oh, this is all kind of the random stuff. Belts. This is a belt, and it was from Express. I don't know about you, but my Goodwill marks up Express like it's freaking Gucci or something. Like $20 for an Express shirt. I'm like, since when did Express become designer red tag? Stupid, but they must have missed one because this was a belt and it was a pretty decent price. This looks pretty small. This is definitely for a tiny person, but it is genuine leather, so it says it's a size medium. And then I found some other cute belts in here. That's not the only belt. We'll get to them eventually. I found some Jessica Simpson new with tags heels. These are super cute. What size are these? If I can find them. Upside down. 7.5. So they have this little like back strap that wraps around the heel that's pretty sexy. They zip up the back and they're black and gold. Little peep toe situation. Way cute. Got those. Today must have been Black Leather Day. These are goofy. I've heard about this brand. It's Via Spiga, if I'm saying it right. And they're made in Italy, so the leather is super, super soft. These were kind of vintagey looking. They almost look like moccasins, and mules are kind of in right now. So I'm going to experiment with these and see if they go. Comps were all over the road. Some were selling low, some were selling high, but this is pretty ornate with the design that's on here. So I thought they were pretty cool. So they kind of look vintage. I don't know if they are or not, though. And then these were super fun. How about these Reebok Kicks? These are wedges that are Reebok. They have this little geometric print, and it's got the shoelace, and then it has the Velcro top, and then the old Reebok logo. I remember when my dad's shoes had that logo back in like 1995. So, and these for a size, what size are these bad boys? US 8. Super cute. Let's see what else. The other Via shoe. This I just picked up based on looks alone. It's just a Target brand, but people know what Massimo is and they buy, and it was in like new condition and it was green tag, so I got it. It's just a little bucket purse. Aztec stuff seems to do pretty well. So it's black with a little Aztec print and a little tassel situation. So, and if it didn't sell, it wouldn't be the saddest thing because I think it's cute and I'll keep it. And then another brand that happened to be green tag for me that sells, I think it's just because it's summer. I guess this would fly in the fall too. But is the brand The Sack, S-A-K. So they have little wallet crossbody purses. I pick up a lot of their wicker bags. They've been doing pretty good for me. This one has a little leather on top, and then the rest is canvas and kind of a wicker material. Their zippers are really good quality. This one is pretty cool because it's got a little side slit for your cards, so you don't even have to have a wallet. It's got a clear window too for your ID right there and your cards right up in here. Plus it has the SAC logo over here and then another little pocket. So it's a medium-sized purse and it is super cute. So, and what the F? They're missing belts. Oh man, there was like 3 other belts. That's a bummer. I swear to God I had 2 or 3 other belts. I wonder if they fell through the hole in the cart and didn't make it to checkout. Well, that's a bummer. But anyways, I should check my receipt, make sure I didn't get charged for more belts. Well, let me look. Blazer, blazer, coat, coat, t-shirt, coat, coat, dress, coat, sleeveless, wears linen, 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 shoes, shoes, shoes. I don't even see 1 belt charged on here. That's weird. Strange. The mystery of the belts. Yeah, I had a couple other belts in here. Really weird. One of them was really cute. It had like the Indian beading on it. That pisses me off. Oh well, shit happens. But anyways, yeah, so that's what's up. That's what I got. And most of it was 50% off. So does it say how many items I got here? It says I got 19 items. I should probably cross-check that, but let me see what my average cost per piece was here, and I'll let you know. Some items were higher than others, right? After the sale and all the discounts, the total divided by 19, about $7.50 a piece. So typically in the last month or two, my average cost of goods is right around like $6.50. So that's a little high, but I bought up for some of this stuff, so it should sell for. I always make my money back. I'm never at a loss. So, but that's not the point of why we're in this. So I always make some type of profit. The game is just getting the profit spread as wide or as big as you can. So I will, if you check back with me, maybe in like a month or 3 when everything's sold through, I'll be able to tell you how much this investment made me, because this is where my money is working for me the most. So I enjoy shopping. I like sourcing. Once you learn what sells, it's just a game. And it's kind of addicting. It's just like gambling. So that's what I got. That's what's going on now. And we'll do a follow-up video later, and I'll let you know what this investment netted me back. All right. Thanks, guys.